The battlefield has changed. Gone are the days of massive tank clashes on open terrain. Today's battlefields are more complex, more lethal, and far more challenging for tanks and their crews. New threats have emerged, demanding innovative solutions to protect these armored behemoths. For decades, tanks were the undisputed kings of the battlefield, their armor and firepower unmatched. But times have changed. A new generation of weapons has emerged, designed specifically to counter even the most heavily armored tanks. These threats are not just limited to new weapons. Technology has revolutionized warfare, introducing drones, electronic warfare, and advanced surveillance systems. These advancements have shifted the balance of power, making it more difficult than ever to protect tanks in combat. The very nature of warfare has also evolved. Urban environments have become common battlegrounds, presenting unique challenges for tanks designed for open warfare. These concrete jungles are a death trap for an unwieldy tank facing hidden enemies. One of the most significant threats to modern tanks comes from advanced anti-tank guided missiles, or ATGMs, and rocket-propelled grenades, known as RPGs. These weapons have become increasingly sophisticated and lethal, capable of piercing even the toughest armor. ATGMs like the US Javelin and the Russian Kornet have become game-changers on the battlefield. These weapons use advanced guidance systems to deliver pinpoint strikes, often targeting the vulnerable top armor of a tank. Their high penetration capabilities make them a serious threat to even the most heavily armored tanks. RPGs, though less sophisticated than ATGMs, remain a potent threat. They are inexpensive, easy to use, and readily available on the black market. Modern RPGs with their tandem warheads can defeat reactive armor, a common defensive measure used on modern tanks. The proliferation of these advanced anti-tank weapons has created a challenging environment for tank crews. No longer can they rely solely on their armor for protection. They must adapt their tactics and utilize new technologies to counter these deadly threats. Drones have revolutionized modern warfare, and their impact on tank operations is undeniable. These unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, provide adversaries with a significant advantage in intelligence gathering, surveillance, and even direct attacks. Drones equipped with high-resolution cameras and advanced sensors can detect and track tanks from miles away. This information is relayed to enemy forces in real time, allowing them to plan ambushes, target weak points, and coordinate attacks with devastating precision. But drones are more than just eyes in the sky. They have become weapons platforms in their own right. Armed drones can engage tanks with missiles and guided bombs, striking from above where tanks are most vulnerable. The use of drones has created a new level of complexity for tank crews. They must now operate under the constant threat of observation and attack from above, demanding increased vigilance and new tactics to avoid detection and counter drone threats. The modern battlefield is not just about physical weapons, it's also about information warfare. Electronic warfare, or EW, has emerged as a critical element of modern combat, and its impact on tank operations is significant. EW encompasses a wide range of technologies and tactics designed to disrupt, degrade, or deny an enemy's use of the electromagnetic spectrum. For tanks, this can mean jamming communications, interfering with targeting systems, or blinding sensors. Jamming attacks can disrupt communication between tanks and their commanders, isolating them and preventing the coordination of maneuvers. Targeting systems can be thrown off, rendering their weapons inaccurate. GPS signals, crucial for navigation, can be blocked, disorienting crews and leaving them vulnerable to attack. Electronic warfare adds another layer of complexity to tank operations. Crews must be trained to operate in environments saturated with electronic interference and be prepared to counter these threats with specialized equipment and tactics. Section 5. Concrete jungles, tanks in urban warfare. Urban warfare presents unique and deadly challenges for tanks. Designed for open battlefields, tanks find themselves outmaneuvered and outgunned in the close confines of cities and towns. The urban environment restricts a tank's mobility, limiting its ability to maneuver and bring its firepower to bear effectively. Buildings and rubble create choke points, funneling tanks into kill zones where they are vulnerable to ambushes. The very nature of urban combat negates many of a tank's advantages. Visibility is limited, making it difficult to spot hidden enemies. The enemy can be anywhere, above, below, or inside buildings, making it almost impossible to secure an area completely. Tanks in urban combat are magnets for enemy fire. They are high-value targets and their presence often draws intense attacks from RPGs, anti-tank missiles, and even improvised explosive devices or IEDs. Section 6. A new arms race. Russia's military expansion. The need for effective tank protection is more critical than ever, especially considering the resurgence of large-scale military confrontations. Russia in particular has significantly ramped up its military production, posing a considerable challenge to global security. Since 2022, Russia has drastically increased its output of military hardware, including tanks, armored vehicles, artillery pieces, and loitering munitions. The Kremlin's 2024 production figures are staggering: 1,550 tanks, 5,700 armored vehicles, 450 artillery pieces, and 1,800 Lancet loitering munitions alone. This surge in military production underscores a global shift towards a more volatile security landscape. As potential adversaries bolster their armed forces, the imperative to develop and deploy effective countermeasures, particularly in tank warfare, becomes paramount. This arms buildup is not just a numbers game, it highlights the importance of continuous innovation in tank design and protection to counter evolving threats. The ability to outmaneuver and outgun adversaries relies heavily on fielding technologically superior tanks capable of withstanding modern weaponry. Section 7. Shielding the Behemoths. Modern tank protection. To meet these evolving challenges, significant advancements in tank protection have emerged, focusing on active, reactive, and passive defense mechanisms. Active protection systems, or APS, represent a significant leap in tank defense technology. Systems like the Israeli Trophy and the Russian Afghanet are designed to detect and neutralize incoming projectiles before they can strike the tank. Using radars and sensors, APS identifies threats like RPGs and missiles, launching countermeasures to intercept and destroy them in mid-flight. Complementing APS is the development of advanced armor technologies. Modern composite armor layers incorporate ceramics, depleted uranium, and reactive armor to defeat a variety of threats. Reactive armor, in particular, explodes outward when hit, disrupting the penetrator of an incoming projectile. However, protection extends beyond just physical armor. Electronic countermeasures are crucial in mitigating the threat of electronic warfare. Jamming-resistant communications, secure data links, and advanced sensor technologies help maintain situational awareness and coordination even in contested environments. Section 8. The future of armored warfare, technology, and innovation. The future of tank warfare lies in continuous technological advancement, driven by the need to maintain an edge in an ever-evolving battlefield. Current research and development efforts focus on creating more resilient, versatile, and lethal tanks capable of dominating future battlefields. One promising avenue is the development of unmanned and autonomous tank technologies. Unmanned tanks, remotely controlled by human operators, offer the advantage of removing the crew from harm's way. Autonomous tanks, capable of independent operation using artificial intelligence, hold the potential to revolutionize warfare, offering faster reaction times and complex maneuvering capabilities. Alongside autonomous capabilities, research into new materials, advanced armor configurations, and innovative active protection systems continues to push the boundaries of tank survivability. Lightweight, high-strength materials could significantly reduce tank weight without sacrificing protection, enhancing mobility and fuel efficiency. Moreover, the integration of artificial intelligence or AI and machine learning into tank systems promises to be a game-changer. AI can analyze battlefield data in real time, identify threats, recommend optimal responses, and even automate defensive measures, significantly enhancing crew effectiveness and survivability. Section 9. Conclusion. Adapting to survive. The days of relying solely on thick armor and heavy firepower are fading. The modern battlefield demands a multi-layered approach to tank protection, combining advanced technologies, innovative tactics, and well-trained crews. The threats to tanks have never been greater, but so too has the technology to counter them. As warfare evolves, so too must the tactics and technologies employed to ensure the survival and effectiveness of these armored behemoths. The future of tank warfare belongs to those who adapt fastest, innovate constantly, and recognize that the best defense is a multifaceted approach that combines cutting-edge technology with the irreplaceable human element. Only through continuous adaptation and a relentless pursuit of improvement can tanks maintain their position as a decisive force on the battlefields of the future.